Good morning, good morning. Welcome to 4x8 Paper Stuff. We are in the ABCs of beach life, and guess what? I changed my mind. I could not get my head wrapped around the pockets. I know I love the pockets. I love the way Allie Edwards does when she works in and outside of the pockets. I couldn't make it work. My head was not right. I'm very, very disorganized here, and I'm sure that's 92% of the problem. The other part is I just couldn't. My I was I'm really I think I'm struggling going through a slump, an artistic creation slump, but I'm working myself out of it by hook or by crook. So I went to the grocery store this morning to get some more supplies for pumpkin pie because I messed up my first one the other day. And so I'm still in the mood for a pumpkin pie. So this little flyer was at the door. I'm like, okay, it can be a 4x8. It can be, it's paper, like newsprint paper. And I'm like, I think I can make this work. So I grabbed it on my way out the door. Uh, and I'm calling this my ABCs of Beach Life journal. And it's 4x8, which is my absolute favorite size to play in. And it's not stapled in the middle. So when I go home next time, I'm going to have to staple it when I go home. But up until then, and now, I am going to pretend like it's stapled. So this is my prompt list, but it would not fit on the inside. So I had to trim it down a little bit and fold it over a little bit. So I'm just trying to decorate the edges a little bit of this and a little bit of that, a lot of that happening. And I'm starting over. Today the prompt is chairs, and I'm going to do the three previous prompts: boat, birds, and crabs. And yep, I'm doing my crab page over. So I'm going through this gigantic, humongous mess that I have, coming up with anything sea looking to me. So the first piece of paper was a no-brainer, which was a blue piece of construction paper, but I didn't want it to be just blue construction paper. So I wrote a bunch of, this is the birds one, names of seabirds and on a diagonal, and made my own paper. And I didn't want them all to be perfectly lined up, so I started in the middle of the words all over the place. And there's a little bit of unevenness, but if it was perfect, it wouldn't be mine. So these are pictures that I had already printed way long time ago. I don't know when. I think they're out of a magazine, actually. But they're beautiful pastel birds. And I think that's going to be my theme going forward quite a bit, is this pastel abstract sea life in my ABCs of sea life. But not yet. So today is boat, or the second prompt was boat, and I found a magazine picture that I had already cut out of another magazine years ago, and I'm edging it with some of my own homemade paper, and going to call that a frame, and put this paper down and call that a boat, because it's a little boat made out of a piece of a clump of wood. So crab, all right, crab, all right. I'm good. I'm getting rid of the crabby woman in me. I'm in my textbook that I got at the. Ooh, I should go to the dollars. No, I should go to the thrift store. Anyhow, this book came from the thrift store. I paid $1 for it, and it's an accounting book with lots of ledgers, the old-fashioned way of accounting. So I'm getting out a couple blues and greens and uh, creating a background, but that has to dry, and I cannot find my heat gun. I know it's this. I'm telling you, I am so disorganized. So I'm going to let that dry, and I'm going to work on chairs, which is today's prompt. And I'm going through another envelope that I found, and lo and behold, I found some blue paper made out of a textbook page. Well, that'll work. So I'm gluing that down, and then I'm going to make a cluster for to go behind my beach chairs, which I did not take this picture, but it is one that I could have taken very easily. Some of these pictures will be mine, some are off of Pinterest, and some are off of out of magazines. But it's going to have an overall vibe of abstract pastel, sort of along the lines of that crab. I know he's not pastel, but a blue and yellow, and whatever that makes, greens. So I'm layering and layering, and I have a dog that's bothering me and trying to get in the way, and he's about at his tail end. So we're going to call that a day, let that paint dry, and I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching. See you all tomorrow. Bye.